Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. Like, you don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me.
The casuals don't see the weight difference. They see Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis. And if Gervonta Davis doesn't Jake Paul, they're gonna think Jake Paul is some pound for pound champion type of fighter.
Jake too big for Tank, you know. In reality, he's way too big for Tank.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis exploded after hearing Floyd Mayweather predict Jake Paul would score an early knockout against him. Their strained relationship had already been on edge for years, but Floyd's latest remark lit the fuse completely. Sources say Tank took the comment as a deep insult, furious that his former mentor would publicly side with a YouTuber-turned-boxer chasing credibility. What was meant to be a casual prediction instantly turned personal, igniting a fiery exchange online. Davis accused Mayweather of disrespecting real fighters and chasing attention instead of loyalty. The outburst has reignited their long-running feud, leaving fans wondering if this rivalry between teacher and student has finally reached the point of no return.
Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. Like, you don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. If everybody had a clue, I mean, win them.
Since the fight's announcement, talk of the size difference has taken center stage. Veteran champion Terence Crawford didn't mince words, saying Jake Paul is simply too big for Gervonta Davis. He acknowledged Tank's incredible skill, power, and explosiveness but emphasized that size can rewrite the fight story. Crawford warned that no matter how fast or sharp Davis is, Jake's natural weight and reach give him a dangerous edge. He even predicted that if Paul connects cleanly just once, it could spell disaster for Tank and end the night instantly.
I wanted to get your take on the Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. They just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't have no reaction. You know? I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. You know? If it's scripted, then it's going to be good for the fans to watch.
What do you mean by scripted? Like rigged?
Yeah, like scripted. Like,
but none of those guys want a fucking L, right?
I think it's not a real fight. I think it's because it can't be a real fight because they're all in the same weight. So it'd be more like an exhibition.
I think it is an exhibition, but do you think they're like, but not one person saying like, yo, I'm going to fucking throw the match. You think?
I don't think.
Or you never know.
Yeah, I think they're going to go in there and spar. I don't think it's going to be you trying to kill me or I'm trying to kill you. You know, I think it's, let's go in here and make this money.
Former MMA champion Daniel Cormier echoed those concerns from a combat sports standpoint. Speaking on his channel, he questioned the fairness of matching Gervonta Davis against Jake Paul, pointing directly to the massive weight gap. Cormier stated, "The issue is Jake's size. It's hard to see this as a fair fight." He explained that boxing's long-standing principle of keeping fighters within similar weight classes exists to maintain balance and safety. But in this matchup, that foundation seems ignored. Cormier warned that even if Davis proves to be the more skilled boxer, the overwhelming physical disadvantage could still cost him the fight entirely.
Boxing gets ridiculous. Gervonta Davis is fighting Jake Paul. Yesterday they had their first press conference. One of the most recognizable things is Jake Paul is huge compared to Gervonta Davis. And two, Gervonta Davis don't even know what weight they fighting, D.
Maximum weight of 195 pounds for this exhibition. The fight will be contested over 10 3-minute rounds. The fight is 195 pounds, Tank, as you know.
Adding to the growing sense of imbalance, Daniel Cormier and several analysts highlighted the staggering weight gap between the two fighters. Reports revealed that Gervonta Davis last fought near 136 pounds, while Jake Paul's recent bouts have seen him tip the scales close to 200. Cormier acknowledged Paul's success in carving out his own lane in boxing, but questioned the sport's integrity for approving such an uneven matchup. "How can you take the sanctioning bodies seriously when they allow this?" he asked. For many, this situation underscores not just an advantage for Jake Paul, but a potentially overwhelming physical mismatch.
Yo, so Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Davis. I'm serious. It's real. 199 in Paul's last fight, 133.8 for Davis in his last fight. I discussed that and so much more. 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, at my YouTube channel. The link will be in my bio. But hey, I thought he was going to fight Anthony Joshua. How do you end up from Anthony Joshua to Tank Davis? I discussed.
Gervonta Davis recently responded to the criticism surrounding him, saying it's part of a familiar pattern in boxing fame. He explained that when someone stays in the spotlight too long, fans eventually grow tired and look for a new face to replace them. Davis compared his experience to what Floyd Mayweather went through, noting that the public once adored Floyd but later turned on him after years of dominance. According to Davis, the same cycle is now happening to him. The admiration he once received has turned into skepticism and hate, a reflection of how quickly fame in boxing can shift.
Gervonta, a lot of boxing fans aren't happy with the fact you've taken this fight rather than road rematch, fights with the likes of Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, etc. What do you make of that reaction? And can we still expect to see those fights?
Why should I care what they think? When y'all switch somebody can have a bad day and y'all switching on who y'all favorite fighter is or who this person's supposed to fight. Like y'all need to sit back and be fans and just enjoy the sport. Like y'all even talk about people's personal lives. Like why when it come to that?
Can we still expect to see any of those fights in the future?
And y'all keep talking about fighting somebody. Didn't he just have a fight? And what happened? What happened? He won, right? But how you look in it? Exactly. But y'all say some different shit when it's me, right? Cause y'all want me to lose. When y'all see people in that limelight too long, they want to take that you want somebody else to come take that spot. That's why it's always like, come on, bro. Like that's what happened with Floyd. Y'all seen him too much, and once y'all seen him so much, y'all start hating on it. Like it's turned from love to hate.
Gervonta Davis's story has now evolved into something much larger than boxing. His desire to fight Floyd Mayweather isn't driven by hate. It's fueled by legacy, pride, and the need to step out of a shadow that once protected him but now confines him. When he speaks about facing Floyd, it's not revenge. It's evolution, a test of everything he's become since the days when Mayweather guided his every move. That dream matchup represents the passing of the torch, the moment when student meets teacher not for approval, but acknowledgement. In many ways, Davis's upcoming clash with Jake Paul is a spiritual rehearsal for that destiny, a proving ground to show the world he's more than Floyd's protege. He's his own era, his own headline, his own empire. Over time, what began as mutual respect between Mayweather and Davis turned into a silent rivalry built on ego, control, and the constant pressure of legacy. Floyd once bought him cars, homes, and opportunities, but in Tank's eyes, those gifts came with invisible strings. He wanted freedom, not just as a fighter, but as a man who could chart his own future. Floyd, on the other hand, believed Davis lacked gratitude, discipline, and perspective. It was the classic struggle between the mentor who can't let go and the student who must break free. Now, with every punch, every statement, and every headline, Gervonta is declaring that his time has come. His knockout over Frank Martin, his 30-0 record with 28 knockouts, and his unrivaled explosiveness have made him one of boxing's most feared forces. Yet beyond the stats lies a deeper battle, a fight for respect, independence, and recognition beyond Floyd's shadow. As Ryan Garcia, Shane Mosley, and others weigh in on the chaos surrounding him, Tank stands unshaken. He's not running from comparisons anymore. He's rewriting the story in real time. The student no longer seeks the teacher's approval. He seeks his own throne. And that's where this next chapter begins. Whether it's Jake Paul, Floyd Mayweather, or anyone else, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is stepping into history determined to carve his own legend. The world is watching, and the new era of boxing may just start with his fists. If you believe Tank's time is now, Hit that like button, subscribe for more electrifying boxing stories, and share this video with every fight fan you know. The ring is ready, the crowd is waiting, and greatness is about to swing.